Well, hi there. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're new here, my name is Rusty, and this is my music and movie channel where I talk about my favorite movies, mostly horror, and my favorite music, mostly metal. And welcome to my November update of my collection. We're going to go through and see what kind of goodies Daddy got this time. So these are all the films and or music that I have received, ordered, bought, and received in the month of November. And yeah, so let's get started. Music is going to be very easy, as I've said in a couple of other videos. I blew my JBL speakers. So I haven't concentrated on music much this month because of that. They blew about 2 weeks ago. Uh, while I still had two left to go on my Nightwish top 10. So I will get back to that as soon as my new speakers come. But I got Ozzy Osbourne's Black Rain. The song I Don't Want to Stop is on this, and it is one of my favorite Ozzy songs ever. And I got Guns N' Roses' Use Your Illusion 2 because it's got... is it my number one? It's probably my number one song by Guns N' Roses. It's called You Could Be Mine, which is from the Terminator 2 soundtrack. And that's probably my favorite Guns N' Roses song. I really don't care for anything else much on this. I adore Guns N' Roses, as you've seen me wearing their shirts. But to tell you the truth, I mean, I like some of their stuff after the first album, but not much. But that first album is a masterpiece that is like one of the top 10 albums ever made. So, yes. Use Your Illusion 2, because it's got You Could Be Mine on it. And Don't Cry, the alternate version of Don't Cry is on this. I actually like that a lot too. And Ozzy Osbourne's Black Rain. Those are the two CDs that I got in for November. I will be ordering a couple more now because a couple of new people have came out with new albums. Black Veil Brides and I'm going to order. Wasp has done a re-recording and special edition of The Crimson Idol, which I've got to have. So now we can move on to movies. Get those out of the way. All right. I guess we'll start off with this stack. So I have replaced my DVD of The Thing, the original John Carpenter's The Thing. I really wanted it on Blu-ray, so I've replaced my DVD copy of this with Blu-ray. As I've said before, I love DVD. I don't have a problem with DVD. DVD looks really good, especially if it's played through a Blu-ray player. But special stuff I will replace because I want to see it in all its glory. So I will replace, really special movies to me. Pitch Black series, Terminator, Predator, stuff that's really special to me. So yes, I replaced John Carpenter's The Thing with Blu-ray. I don't know if anybody's ever seen them, but there is a series called Sniper, and it's the Sniper series. I got the 6-movie collection. The 6-movie Sniper collection. And they are all on different discs, so they're good transfers. So, yeah. And the follow-up, the 7th Sniper movie, leaving only the last one for me to get to have all of the Sniper. So that's Sniper Ultimate Kill. So Sniper, 6-movie collection, and Sniper Ultimate Kill. Believe it or not, I have never seen any of these. I got the beautiful Phantasm. The Phantasm 5 movie collection. I got it. So this will actually be the first time that I ever get to see Phantasm. It's just one of those movies that slipped in under the radar and I just never got around to seeing any of them. So now I get to watch all five of them. And I can watch them back to back. Yay! So Phantasm's 5-movie collection. This is a movie that I replaced. My Soul to Take, the unrated version, or the rated R version, the director's cut. I have this on DVD, but unlike some, I love My Soul to Take. I think it's one of Wes Craven's most underrated movies. I really wanted to replace it with Blu-ray because, like I said, a lot of people don't like it. But I do. I love it. And it's one of my favorite little movies. It's one of my favorite Wes Craven movies. And I'm sure there's people out there going, why? Because it is. I'm me. You are you. But I love My Soul to Take, and I replaced my DVD with a Blu-ray. This is a movie with Josh Hartnett, because I love Josh Hartnett, but this is his movie Six Below. Really nice butt shot. But I like the movie. Mira Sorvino, Josh Hartnett, Six Below, Miracle on the Mountain. So yeah, slipcase and all. I love that. I've wanted that for a while. I already have VHS, so I wanted VHS 2 on Blu-ray. I've got it now. I never had the DVDs. I bought these straight. I'll always tell you if I'm replacing something. So I've got VHS 2, which means now I've got both of them. I really love the first one. I haven't seen this one yet. I will not be buying number 3 Viral, so don't worry about it. Marky Mark in Fear. I remember this movie, and I remember really liking it, so I've kind of always had it in the back of my mind, and we finally get around to buying something. So yes, Fear with Marky Mark. And this is Topher Grace, his movie Delirium. So I was really interested in this from the trailer and reviews and everything. So yes, I got the DVD for Delirium with Topher Grace. This is an older movie called Brick that I think I used to have it on VHS, you know, but yes, it's a psychotic little murder mystery called Brick, and I'm very, very glad to have that back in my collection. The classic Streets of Fire with Michael Paré and Diane Lane and Willem Dafoe. The Rock and Roll Fable. I love this movie. I love the soundtrack. Tonight Is What It Means to Be Young and the Stevie Nicks song Sorcerer are phenomenal songs on this soundtrack. It's got a beautiful soundtrack. I love this soundtrack. One of the best movie soundtracks there is. A little indie movie called Awoken, which is sort of like a possession movie, you know, Exorcist type, but it's very indie and it's got, you know, really good reviews. I really, you know, they probably could do more with it. I haven't watched it yet, but I think I will like it. Awoken. Demonic possession type movie. It's about a guy who has some disease of insomnia that won't let him ever sleep, but I think they find out that it's actually a demon possession. I have the original Ouija, so I wanted this. Ouija, the second one, Origin of Evil. I've also got Ouija 3, which is hilariously bad, but this is It's like there's different Ouija movies, sort of like Amityville Horror. So, Ouija, Origin of Evil. This is a crime drama that I read about. Sometimes you find things, and this is a crime drama called High Life. And after reading about it, watching the trailer, it looked very, 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 very cool, so I wanted that. This is a Clive Barker movie that I'd actually never heard of, called The Plague. So I'm glad to have that. It's like everybody, all the kids suddenly go into comas, and 10 years later they wake up some kind of demons. Intruders. Can't remember who's in it. But if you read about it, look at trailers and stuff like that, it's got pretty good ratings. I think it's got one of the Culkin brothers in it, Rory maybe. I got the first Machete, so I wanted the follow-up, Machete Kills. So I got that. Yippee. Now I got both of them. I usually can do that sometimes. I'll find these little franchises and I'm like, oh, I ain't never heard of that, or I did but I never paid it any attention, so I will then go and get it. And why get one death race, just get them all, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the way I am. Let's see, we have another stack, of course, because I'm an obsessive collector. So we'll do that. I wanted all the Skylines. I've got 2 and 3, which you've seen in collection update videos, so I wanted the original, which I did have on DVD, but since I have the other 2 on Blu-ray, I wanted Skyline on Blu-ray to go with it. So yeah, Skyline. I actually love Skyline. This is an old classic movie you may have heard of called Silent Running. It's about the guy in space on the forest. All the forests of the earth has been destroyed. This is a classic, from the early 70s or mid 70s. Silent Running with Bruce Dern. So I'm very, very glad to have that. Rosewood Lane with Rose McGowan. So that's a little scary movie. Cool, cool. On DVD. On Blu-ray. What is this? Feed the Gods. The reason I bought this is because I became a little obsessed with the guy who plays Wesker in the Resident Evil franchise, which I just did. So I went and looked to see what else he had done, and this is one of the other movies that he had done. I guess that's him right there. So there's one that I really wanted, and it's impossible to find. I looked everywhere for it. I think it's called I can't remember. But I looked everywhere for it and it couldn't. Now when I was looking for that Topher Grace movie called Delirium, I ran across, and this is the way I sometimes find movies, I was looking for Delirium and this movie came up, which is another movie called Delirium. And so when I saw it, you kind of go, what's that? And I'll go over to International Movie Database and I'll look at it, look at the trailers if they have any, kind of investigate it, like what is this? It's a little indie movie. and I liked the trailer, and I ignored the usual stuck-up reviews, and I like indie. I'm a big supporter of indie horror, which and indie filmmaking, so I liked it. I like the storyline. I like the trailer for it. So yeah, I'll probably do a video on it when I've watched it. It's a little horror movie that has a little bit of found footage in it, but it's not a found footage movie, but it's got a little bit in it. But I really liked the trailer. So yeah, Delirium. And I found it, of course, because it came up in the search on eBay for Topher Grace's Delirium. Hacksaw Ridge, which my brother wanted me to get. I've got a giant war movie collection, Platoon, Hamburger Hill, Apocalypse Now, all of the big ones. So I like my war movies. Florida weather. My allergies are killing me. I read about this. It's a movie called Trick. I read about it. It's supposed to be kind of gross, but interesting. So I figured I would get it for my collection. Like I said, I always investigate stuff and look at trailers and things like that and read about it. So Trick, horror movie. I saw this on another channel, someone talking about Bloodfest. So I was like, oh, I've never heard of that, or I've never seen it, so why not add it to the collection? After investigation, of course. Oh, yes. One of my favorite movies of all time. I paid out the ass for this because it's hard to find, but I have the DVD for The Covenant, but I wanted it on Blu-ray. I mean, it's something I love. What do you do with something you love? You throw more money at it. So I wanted the Blu-ray of The Covenant because it's one of my favorite movies. So I replaced the DVD with the Blu-ray. Actually can't wait to get to see it on Blu-ray. See No Evil, Kane and Danielle Harris. So I've got the first one, so I like the first one, so I'm sure I'll like the second one. Nice little slipcase. See No Evil 2, Danielle Harris. Came with a digital copy too. I had never heard of this, and I don't know how this escaped me. I was watching a Within Temptation video, a symphonic metal band called Within Temptation, and I was watching the video for Let Us Burn, which is my favorite Within Temptation song, and I was like, what is that movie? Because they did it to movie clips of this, and I'm like, what the hell is that movie that's playing during the video? And I looked down at the description, and it said, that the movie was from Sucker Punch. So I went and looked it up, and I'm like, how did I, even if you're a movie fan or something like that, stuff really can just slip by you, because we have so many movies, and there's so many movies released all the time, and I don't listen to radio, and I don't watch cable. I buy all my stuff, and I watch Netflix, and that's about it. So I mean, things can slip through. If you don't watch a medium in which you get to see a lot of commercials, you don't hear new music until it comes on YouTube and you see it that way, and you don't hear about movies if you don't watch network TV where you see a bunch of commercials and stuff. So I had never heard of this, but I got the extended director's cut of Sucker Punch from Zack Snyder, And everybody that I've talked to said it's great. Like I said, it just slipped right past me and I never heard about it. So yeah, there's Sucker Punch. And this is probably the most special of the movies that I got in November. It was tough to find. It's a horror movie called The Lesson. And this is a cool slipcase, brand new. It's a British horror movie about this seemingly geeky teacher who has a gang of boys in class that aggravate the fuck out of him, and he ends up like kidnapping them and locking them in a basement and torturing them and giving them a lesson in behavior and good manners. Yes. So that's you're going to learn even if it kills you. And I read a lot of stuff about it. It's like one of the most scariest portrayals of a pissed off teacher against their students that's ever been filmed. So yes, The Lesson. It's a little British horror movie. Very, very excited to have that. I think I'm going to absolutely adore that movie. And it comes with a reversible cover inside, you know. It's got one of those reversible covers that you can switch. So yeah. There we go. The Lesson. Sucker Punch. See No Evil 2. The Covenant, replace my DVD. Bloodfest, a cool little slasher. Trick, another slasher, Halloween type slasher. War movie, Hacksaw Ridge. Delirium. It's about these college pranksters who decide to get one of their initiates to go into a haunted house, and trouble ensues. Skyline on DVD. I mean on Blu-ray to replace my DVD. Feed the Gods, starring the guy who plays Wesker. Watson. Don't ask me names when I'm doing this. The guy from Resident Evil who plays Wesker. Rose McGowan in Rosewood Lane. And Silent Running, the 70s, fantastic 70s. It always makes me cry. That movie always makes me cry. I don't know why I buy shit that makes me cry. But Machete Kills. Intruders. Clive Barker's The Plague. Can't wait to see that. High Life, a little crime drama about a bunch of junkies who try to do robberies, and it's supposedly extremely hilariously funny. The Second Ouija, Origin of Evil. Awoken. I really like the trailer for these. I think it would be cool, but you know me and indie horror. I get a big thrill out of indie horror. The classic rock and roll fable, Streets of Fire, with the beautiful Michael Paré and the beautiful Diane Lane. It's just that, you know, well, you know. Brick. Topher Grace in Delirium, his Delirium movie, which is how I found that other one. Marky Mark, good vibrations. You know, he can be ashamed of his past if he wants to, you know, but, you know, Mark Wahlberg, you'll always be Marky Mark, baby. I don't give a fuck what you do. Be proud of it. You wouldn't be where you are today if you didn't. If you, I hate people that do that. I don't know if you do, but like people who are ashamed of their earlier work, or they're like, oh my god, I mean, it's like, try being Tracy Lords or something, okay? Yeah? She is a good actress. I fucking loved her in that sci-fi series, First Wave. Do I care that she was a porn star? No, and neither does she. Man, and she was like, the crap that she pulled on him, that was, I mean, her and that boy. There's like a boy version of her who did the same thing. I can't think of his name, which is a crime. They made a movie about him called King Cobra, but he did the same thing that she did. But people being ashamed of their stuff, it's what got you to where you are, man. Marky Mark, you wouldn't be a movie star if you hadn't at first, been a music star. Oh no, I can't stand watching the video. I'm so ashamed of my stuff. Well, I still watch Good Vibrations just to look at him dance, I mean, with no shirt on. VHS 2. 6 Below, Miracle on the Mountain, Josh Hartnett, Mira Sorvino. Replaced My Soul to Take, Wes Craven. Love this movie. Don't give a shit what anybody says. All 5 Phantasm movies in the 5 movie DVD collection of Phantasm. Finally get to see all of them. Sniper Ultimate Kill to go with the 6 movie Sniper collection. There's one more after Sniper Kills, or Ultimate Kills. It's like that Chevelle song, Face to the Floor. That's just where that one went. But yes, Sniper, the 6 movie collection. And replace my DVD of John Carpenter's The Thing. Cannot wait to get to see this on Blu-ray. And there we go. That... Have you ever noticed, if you're a collector, have you ever noticed that if you try to hold a stack of Blu-rays or DVDs, they want to slip and slide? I mean, it's very upsetting because they like to fall everywhere. So that's my collection update for November. That's all the stuff that I have bought in November. I'll be hitting my wish list. I've already hit my wish list. I went shopping yesterday or tonight. I can't remember if it was last night or this afternoon, but I've already bought a bunch more, of course. So, thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you think about any of these movies. Do you have them? What do you think about them? And don't be too harsh. I'm me, you are you, I am me. So we'll probably like different things, but if you saw anything of interest that you would like to point out, just tell me. And yeah, so I will see you in the next video. I promise I am going to do that Scream franchise. But yeah. Love you, miss you, bye. I will see you in the next one, and thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.